Throughout the school year, we've seen many tragic events through the news. Some have related to our community more than others. The main topics I'm going to be covering are natural disasters, terrorism or shootings that have happened throughout the world, and then women's rights.
The Notre Dame fires, I was actually lucky enough to be in Paris 3 days before the fires, and I got to see the beautiful cathedral before it burned down. I could see the spire that fell from my hotel room, and I thought it was super sad that they lost such a beautiful piece of architecture from so long ago.
The polar vortex was a series of cold fronts that came across the eastern United States. The storms that came across the eastern United States brought loads of snow, making it difficult for many people to get from their day-to-day jobs. A lot of the roads and transportation methods, especially in New York City, were shut down because there was no way to maneuver the snow. These storms have been a result of climate change. On the other side of climate change, we've had many fires in California that have ripped through acres of land and absolutely destroyed anything in their way.
The fires were super close to us, and they were super scary. One of my soccer coaches actually lost her childhood home, which I thought was super sad.
Here in Los Gatos, we actually had the House of Hope brought in canned foods. A bunch of people donated. We made care packages of things family might need, and once the fires were over, my mom actually was one of the people who helped drive up all of the packages that were made and deliver them to the families.
What really needs to happen is there needs to be prevention, because once the fire is ablaze, you can't really stop it. So everyone doing their best to put out fires, make sure power lines are well. It really starts with prevention, because it's so hard to stop once it starts. The Sri Lanka bombings, I don't know a ton about that, but what I do know is that you need to be super vigilant about any possible threats. Take everything seriously, because you never know what could actually happen. I thought it was super sad, and I hope that everyone injured gets better, and that everyone who died, their families find peace. The STEM shootings, it's really scary, because we're a school just like them, it could happen to us. But what I thought was really great was the heroic actions of the students who tried to stop the gunman, and I think that people like that, there needs to be more people like that who have bravery and courage like that.
I'm not pro-gun. I don't like guns. We definitely don't need military arms in our society.
Yeah.
We don't need them. I try and at least be a little open, people hunt, okay? I understand hunting. I understand some people live in areas that they want to protect their families. Then they should learn how to properly use a gun that you have to use bullets and put them into, and no magazines should be sold to anyone, whether they're hunting or protecting their home. And that's how I feel about guns. I do blame the guns, not just the people. I blame the guns.
The Me Too movement,
which has encouraged women to stand out and speak about their stories where they have faced sexual injustice or abuse of any kind.
I think that the strength of women and the courage they have to come out about things that have hurt them so badly is really great. And I think justice should be served for all the women that were hurt by men, and that we should not have to be worried about our safety around other men. I think that everyone needs to learn to respect boundaries and personal space. The Kavanaugh trial is that I think women do not just lie to try to stop a man from having a career. I think they tell the truth, and that she was really attacked, and that he should have paid for what he did, and that justice should be served in cases like that.
Because I'm totally pro-abortion, not just pro-choice. If someone wants to have an abortion, it's not the government's business at all. I believe in total separation of church and state, and I'm a spiritual person. But no, it's not anybody's business when a woman decides if she wants to carry a child or not.
Overall, this year has had many ups and downs for sure, but making people aware of what has happened in the news is vital to the growth of our country and our world. And I think a lot of people have a lot to say about this, what's happened in the news lately, and I think that's a good thing. Thank you.